I'm sorry, I'm very flustered. Normally I wear glasses, but I decided to ditch them tonight. I didn't want to see none of the uglies. This is my safe zone over here. Hi, my name is Meital. It's a Hebrew name. When I go to Starbucks, they call me Mandy. When I go to Arby's, though, they usually just point at me and call me Jew. I know how comfortable I am. I'm just kidding. I've never stepped foot in a motherfucking Arby's. You kidding me? Yeah, because I value myself, I value my body. But one thing that you'll never catch me doing is going for a run, like just cause for exercise. Because the runner's high people like to talk so much about. I think that's a fucking hoax, right? Like, tell me, why would I put myself through a sustained period of misery for maybe a brief moment of ecstasy at the end? Like, if that was my mentality, I'd be into, I don't know, fishing? Or having sex with men. I have to be pretty good at deflecting unwanted male attention, which is not an invitation to try eye contact. But back when I was new at this game, I would just say things like, oh, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend, or oh, I'm gay, or please no. But the thing about turning down guys is that they're a lot like bacteria on antibiotics, in that they get more resistant and more severe with each time. So I had to evolve. And now whenever a guy so much just makes unwanted eye contact with me, I'm just like, oh, I have a yeast infection. But I've noticed that this tactic doesn't work as well with girls. Recently a girl was trying to get my number, wasn't feeling it, so I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I have a yeast infection. I'm about missing a beat. She goes, oh my god. Same. Wait, you must be a Leo. Girl, I was lying. Seek medical attention. Got my face. I'm at a size 10 shoe. I got pretty big feet for a lady. You know what that means? It means I'm super insecure about it. The other day I heard a conversation in line for the bathroom, and it went like this. One person went, hello. One person went, you know what, it was terrible. She was having seizures every night. It was horrible. It was hard to wash. Yeah, it's really horrible. But you know what? 5 years really is a long time to live. Yeah, I should be more grateful. But you know what? Parakeets are just the most resilient animals. They really are great pets. Y'all remember Susan Boyle? Woo! Yeah, the myth, the legend. I always felt bad for her because, her career could never be about how good of a singer she was. It had to be about how good of a singer she was despite being hideous. It didn't help that her name was a biblical plague, no. But, it's not fair, we let Ed Sheeran run around, do his thing, be a heartthrob even. But with Susan Boyle, the headlines were like, ugly duckling, that's what they called her, ugly duckling, shocks crowd with angelic voice. That's a backhanded compliment if I've ever heard one. You may as well have just said, ugly old hag with no social skills proves human value. I get a little bit suspicious when I see two Ford Focuses parked right next to each other. Because, there's no way that they both won American Idol, right?
Yeah.
The odds are just too small. Whose name leaves a real nasty taste in my mouth? Stuart Little. The mouse. Right, because I don't know how well you remember that film or how they acquired Little Stuart, but there was no Petco run. The Little family decided to waltz into a human orphanage full of children looking for a home and a family to love them. And they walked out with a rat. Could you imagine, Timmy, you were really a great candidate. You got such a kind heart. Kelsey, you're golden. We love you. But kids, we've made our decision. Tonight we will be going home with a health code violation. We're going to spice up suburbia. It's fucked up. It really is. But I will say that I prefer that version of Stuart Little to the book version. There's a book version. and which Stuart is actually birthed by a human woman. Yeah. Let's unpack that for a second, right? Because that implies that there was some kind of dirty, nasty rat sex that happened. Like, no bueno, no good. Right? Like, you thought mom went to the bathroom at Chuck E. Cheese. Nah, man, she went to the janitor's closet. She's shagging Charles E. Cheese, making Stuart Little. Oh, and guess what? He's your brother now. Not your pet, he's your equal. Right? Like, imagine you go to get an ultrasound, you're gonna have a baby, it's incredible, and the doctor looks at you and goes, ma'am, it's a rodent. And you go, you know what? God must have a plan. Name him Stuart. He's gonna have a family. And we're supposed to think it's cute, right? Because he's wearing a little knit sweater. I don't think that shit's cute. I'm motherfucker gonna give me the coronavirus. No way. When I was in middle school, I didn't have Google on my phone, but I was a curious kid. So whenever, so lucky for me, Urban Dictionary actually had a number that you could text. And they would reply with any definition for any word you needed. So I saved it in my contacts, Urban Dictionary, and whenever I had a question, I would just fire away. You know, no thought, no qualms about it. Whose name starts with you? There's nothing to worry about, right? So imagine the palpitations of my 13-year-old heart when I realized that I just sent a message that said, define jizz to my Uncle David. Like, that's not even a question, it's a fucking command. Define jizz, motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know, have any of you guys done that? Text with a relative, define jizz, no? Okay, what's bukkake? Because I did that too. Yeah, I didn't learn, it happened far too many times. But the weirdest part of all of it is that he always had a response. Like, he always texted back. If I said something like, define BBW, he would reply with, I'm so hungry. Very good. Off-putting, yeah.
Burger King.
But, yeah, we never speak about it. We don't talk about it ever, really. Mostly because of the restraining order. Yeah. The final straw was one year at Thanksgiving when he decided to ask me at the table if I needed help cleaning my dirty Sanchez. Yeah, nobody was very thankful that Thanksgiving. But my Wi-Fi is actually out, and I have some burning questions. I can't text him, but if anyone wants to text my uncle for me, I do have a couple things. Growing up, I went to a really Jewish school. It was so Jewish that when we learned about The Great Gatsby, all the kids thought that Tom and Daisy Buchanan were Tom and Daisy Buchanan. Yeah, and the teacher had to like set aside part of the lesson plan to be like, yes, there's big money involved. No, that does not make the story Jewish. We've been over that. Recently I did a workshop with some middle schoolers, and during that workshop I mentioned the fact that I am Jewish. And afterwards a girl came up to me and she was like, I knew that you were Jewish. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, what's up, Sherlock? And she went, well, first I heard your name, and then I saw your nose. Now tell me, what do you do when a 6th grader tries your fucking life like that? What are you supposed to say? You want a nose like this one, bitch, and meet me in the parking lot at 10 and I'll show you who's boss. Like, what are you supposed to do, right? But it hurt, it cut deep, because like there's some truth to it. I'm packing a little bit of a heavy one up here. It's the, thank you.
Not a bad one, you're packing somewhere. You're packing somewhere.
Yeah, so I got a bit of a schnoz up here. It's the only thing stopping me from trying cocaine. At this point, it's too long of a passage, too arduous. Like, when the salmon swim upstream? It would be kind of like that. It's too much. Yeah, my facial profile has opened up a lot of conversations that I wish I never had. Recently I got into an Uber and I sat down and the lady goes, where are you from? And I said, Baltimore. And she goes, your name, where is it from? And I said, oh, it's Hebrew. And she goes, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, why? She goes, because you have a very Semitic profile. Like, okay, Mel Gibson, 3 stars. But I kept my mouth shut. It was very uncharacteristic, but I was quiet until she proceeded to say, well, yeah, I collect interesting names, you know. Excuse me, bitch, I don't know. What do you mean, Kathleen? And she goes, well, whenever I have a passenger with an interesting name, I take a screenshot and I put it in an album. I was not laughing. That shit is creepy as fuck. And now whenever I get into an Uber, I just tell them to call me Mandy.
Yeah.